Good evening, everyone. Courtney Pullum here from the Vapa Center, and
And
I'm here with,
Shaun Lucky Corbett from the Lucky Spot Barbershop.
of course, nice to meet you for one.
Likewise, nice to meet you.
Of course. So can you tell me a little bit about what you do, and then I can speak on myself?
What do I do? That's a good question.
Yes, it is.
I think I'm an investor. I'm an
Mm-hmm.
investor in people.
Nice.
I think that's the biggest thing that I do. Yes, the byproduct is barbershops and barbering, but I think that the investment in the people on the front end is kind of what I do.
So, like people management, you like to pour into people.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
pouring to people. Does it work out all the time? No, but you love it enough that you're crazy enough to show up every day.
Of course.
So, what do you do?
Yeah, of course. So what I do is I do content strategy and marketing management for small and growing businesses. So whether that be BTS content, social media strategy, influencer marketing, I do all of those things.
What is BTS content? What is that?
So say you have an event or you do things day-to-day operations, I capture that content to put out to the masses, whether it be through social media or web.
Man, your job is so much cooler than mine.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, you just really just go around and capture dope moments. I
Yeah.
think that's a great. I think that's a great profession.
Yeah, thank you. It's definitely a skill that I had to tap into because in my personal life, I'm very much into capturing moments, capturing things that are special. So I thought to myself, how can I pivot this into something that I could make money off of?
The funny thing is, I've never been the picture guy, and social media is the hardest thing for me.
Really? See?
Yeah, like that is just the hardest thing for me. But I know that it's a necessary evil for doing business
Yeah.
because the landscape. I started my business in 2011. The landscape, as far as social media, was completely different. I think
Completely
it was
different.
just like MySpace or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So now you have Twitter, which is X, and you have all of these platforms. TikTok, TikTok is probably one of the biggest forms of advertising now. Like it's its own advertising agency. So
Yeah.
I've never thought that I would see things evolve on the social media space the way that it is.
Yeah, and it's very interesting to me, learning about keywords, SEO, analytics, really getting into the data of it and finding out what works. But yeah, I really love creating content in Charlotte. I feel like there's a big need for it, and that's one of the things I enjoy about doing business in Charlotte. A lot of people are ready to reach out, help, lend a helping hand, and allow me space to do what I do creatively, have creative control. So that's something I really admire about Charlotte.
Let me ask you a question. Like,
Yeah.
what are some of your favorite things to capture?
Some of my favorite things to capture are signature events. So whether that be fundraising galas or board retreats, that's what I love to capture because it shows the true spirit of a company as a whole. Day-to-day operations, you do get those little tidbits here and there, social media posts, yeah, but whenever it's a culmination of culture for whatever company or organization it is, it's easier to get a full picture of their impact, their mission, what they do. So it's fun to translate that.
I like that. I got one more question. I'm gonna let you ask me one before
Okay.
we get out of here. If you had one shot to shoot, what would it be?
One shot to shoot.
Like one piece of content to shoot. It can be anything. If you can pick to shoot any person, anything, like what would be that thing? What would be your signature? You like if they said you can shoot anything in the world or any person in the world, anything person,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Well, right now, I don't know if I'm just being influenced because of the climate we're in right now, but I would love to be able to document Kamala Harris's campaign trail and her campaign strategy, the behind the scenes of that. Because from what we see on the forefront, it's so peaceful, so strategic, but I know behind the scenes it's probably chaos, hectic, a lot of moving pieces, and I would love to capture that and showcase to the world like this is a little bit more than what you think it is. I like showing people the unexpected.
That's strong. You hear that, Kamala Harris? She's willing to come work and capture your processes and procedures behind the scenes.
Of course, yeah. Speaking of processes and procedures, how do you incorporate those into how you pour into people? I think you mentioned earlier that scaling a business is really about scaling processes.
Yes. Okay. Scaling. I think everything is a process. Whether you're investing in people, investing in real estate, everything has a process. And I think that as an entrepreneur, the quicker you can learn that everything has a process, you won't cheat the process. And so from the word go, from our orientation of our school, you're getting orientated on the processes. Before your first day of work in the barbershop, you're getting orientated on the processes. And even before the processes really sink in, we're also orientating you in our culture. Like, what is the mission statement? What is the vision? Like, our vision is to aim to be the home of the first, second, and third chances of life. Through the business of barbering, positive life choices, we serve our community with excellence and honor. But that from the first day, we're pumping that into you.
That culture.
But that's the process.
Yeah.
So when you peel back the layers and you say, hey, what is your process here at the Lucky Spot? It's about culture, people. Then you get into the processes. But they got to believe in it.
That's a big one. Having people believe in that overall culture.
Buying is the key.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was dope kicking it with you, man. Hopefully we can do it again.
Of course.
All
It
right.
was very informative. You dropped some gems.
Tell the people where to find you.
Where to find me? If you go on LinkedIn, you can find me at Courtney Pullum, Courtney Pullom, as in Mike. A little bit more informal. If you want to follow me on Instagram, go ahead. CourtTooshort. Where can we find you?
Follow the barbershop at Lucky Spot Barbershop on Instagram, Facebook, any of your social media platforms. Also follow the school, Lucky Spot LBA, Instagram, website. And so if you know anyone that's trying to figure out what they're going to do with their future, they need some kind of guidance, or they just need a landing space to figure out the next stage of their life, man, come check us out.